it's me, it's me, it's me. So I thought I would play a little bit of catch up and tell you what books I read in November, because I never filmed a video for that, and that's appalling. Shameful. All the words. So yeah, I just thought I'd tell you what I'd read, catch you up a little bit, plus these could count as extra videos on my channel since I've been so horrible at posting, filming, doing videos, all that jazz. Well, in November of 2014, I only read 2 books. I didn't do very well. I got bogged down with one book, and I really enjoyed the other book I read. But yeah, so let me tell you about the books that I read in November. The first book that I read in November, and the one that bogged me down and made me not dread reading, but it was not the most fun thing for me to read. It was House of Leaves by Daniel Z. Danielewski. I don't know how to say his last name. It's long. I had heard about this book on BookTube, and it sounded really cool. It's pretty much about this family that moves into this house, and the house holds some very sinister surprises. The house is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, so what that means is the family will be living there and these rooms to nowhere will pop up. And the father decides to explore some of these rooms, and that's where the horror starts. So this is told in a different way. The format is set up really cool, but so we have the family, then we have someone who got hold of the family's story, which was Zapato, and he was putting together his notes to write this masterpiece about the house and about everything. But he dies, and then another guy, Johnny Truant, finds Zapato's work and compiles it all together and gets it published and adds his own notes to it. So you're kind of far removed from the story in that way. I only ended up giving this book a 2.5 out of 5. It sounded so cool, and I was so excited to read it. But when I read it, it was like reading a textbook, and that wasn't fun for me. There was a lot of explanations into things like what a labyrinth is, the history of echoes, all this stuff. And there's tons of footnotes that you have to, while you're reading, there'll be like the little mark for a footnote, and you have to go down and read that footnote. And some of those footnotes can take pages and pages and say pretty much a whole lot of nothing. That's what I felt about this book pretty much, that the core story was really cool, but all the extra crap that was thrown in there, I did not enjoy. I think it would have been 10 times better for me if it had been just a story about the family in the house, if there had been no Zapato and there had been no Johnny Truant, because then I could have experienced the horror with the family as they're going through these hallways into nowhere. They're hearing these growling sounds. They're getting other people to explore the hallways with them. That would have been so much cooler. Also, Zapato, he's a weird old guy. I don't get him. And Johnny Truant, I don't know if I'm supposed to believe that he goes crazy from reading Zapato's work, or if he was just crazy to begin with. Because in all honesty, he seemed crazy to begin with, and I didn't really get him either. Yeah, so that was that one. I didn't really enjoy it, and so sad, but you never know until you read it, right? Right. The last book that I ended up reading in November was Thornhill by Kathleen Peacock. This is the sequel to Hemlock, which I read in 2014, and I really enjoyed Hemlock. And let me just say, I really enjoyed Thornhill. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It was good. This series is about werewolves. Werewolves are in society, but when they have to hide that they're really werewolves because they get taken to these camps away from the rest of society. It's about our girl, I think her name is Mac, and she's trying to help her friends. So in this second book, she breaks into a werewolf camp to rescue some people, and it was just really good. The werewolf camp is almost felt like a concentration camp, because they're set off from the rest of the world. Nobody cares about them. They're like a problem that people want to get rid of. And some of the stuff that goes on there is just really crazy and really scary, and I really liked it. So I can't wait to read the 3rd book in that series. It is already out, and I want to say, I believe it's called Willow Grove or something like that. Is the main character's name? I don't know. But yeah, I recommend that one. Not so much House of Leaves, but that one. So that's my catch-up wrap-up for November of 2014. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys later. Bye.